Hello, users, and welcome back to Above It All. Welcome. This is the show and where I talk to you about all kinds of stuff. So it's Sunday, and you know what? I'm really fucking high right now. But don't let that diminish from the intensity of the topics I'm going to talk about today. And firstly, I'm going to talk about what was going on in Atlanta over the last 16 hours or so. So, yesterday I made a video about someone in Atlanta being shot in the back as they were fleeing. Their name is Rayshard Brooks, and Atlanta responded in kind. This seems to be the Wendy's and where that murder took place. And I've got a few more things that I saw from last night and this morning, and then we can discuss. So here's the thing. Minneapolis and George Floyd was only, 3 weeks ago? Like, that's still fresh in everyone's brain. We're still in, that same accelerated era. And now Atlanta has another high-profile, extremely obnoxious, disgusting abuse of force by police officers, and not enough is done afterwards. So one thing that I don't have open in a tab that I just remembered is the police chief actually resigned yesterday or this morning over this whole incident. And that's a good first step. In my opinion, as long as we have these police forces still, on the way to police abolition, if a cop murders somebody on the job, everyone in leadership should be forced to resign. That is a failure in leadership, first and foremost. If your police officer goes out and kills somebody, that is your fault. You are responsible for them. They should all resign immediately, not transfer. They should have to quit their job forever, not be able to go to another law enforcement job and go find a new career. Because this is the severity of this. This is a person being murdered for no reason. This is not like some fucking picnic, oops, we spilled the fucking ketchup and now ants got everywhere. It's not like it. This is real people's lives. So I've got some more stuff here. Here is a little clip of the interstate. Pretty frickin' wild. Again, it's just like watching Minneapolis happen again. And I'm sorry, my voice is a little raspy this morning, but it's just we are still in that same moment. The Seattle's autonomous zone is still there. Minneapolis is still in a semi-state of flux. Things aren't perfectly back to what they were before, but they're not as autonomous as they were in the 2 weeks after. And now we have Atlanta start to, set buildings on fire. And this is now spreading again. This is not a second wave of coronavirus. This is a second wave of protests. And again, this is great. This is amazing. I'm like the idea that people roundly understand that yes, what's happening can't keep happening. And every time it's going to keep happening, the protest should get more and more. Even if it's not in Atlanta. This makes me angrier. This makes me more upset. Combine that with another story I covered yesterday of a black guy getting fucking lynched in California. And then the cops are like, oh, it was clearly a suicide. This is a moment of extreme violence. And social media has allowed all of our shared experience of the extreme violence that everybody faces. And it allows us to channel all of that through each other. And that's where the strength in numbers comes here. Where you see all these people just coming together. But again, this is not good. I saw this morning. That the person that shot Rayshard Brooks has been fired. Not charged with murder. But fired. Again, this is the same playbook that they did after George Floyd. They're going to do this, and we're going to have a complete repeat scenario in Atlanta. Why? Like, they haven't learned anything. And that's because these institutions are rotten to the core. They can't learn anything. It's not that they're choosing not to learn anything. It's that they can't learn anything because they're fucking cops. And cops are fucking stupid. They're just dumb.